Hey, how you guys doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to Share a Beer Show 422. There has been 421 of these prior. So if you want to drag yourself through, well, no, you can't see all 400 of them, can you?
No.
What?
How many? There's
200
probably
and some of them.
300 or so are probably on YouTube.
I believe it's either 75. Yes, 75 or 175. The recorded ones started at.
Yeah, you can see a good couple hundred of them if you really want to.
It's like 246. So if you're really bored out there and you want to watch some Share Beer, it's only 10 and a quarter days. If you want to binge watch, it's only 10 and a quarter days.
If you
I actually thought about doing that. I was like, because there's obviously a ton I still haven't seen. I was like, if I just watch 2 a day, I could have them all covered, within the year or so.
Oh yeah. No, if you watch 2 a day, I mean, you get through it by like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, Thanksgiving, I'm watching Share Beer.
Yeah, exactly right. You know what I am thankful for this Thanksgiving?
More Share Beer.
I am all current on Share Beer. Yeah, it's actually you can watch a couple guys get old if you want. It's what you can do,
Here you go. The first numbered show was show number 175, June 5th, 2012.
2012. Okay. Wow.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Hey, Neri, there's Neri in the chat. Now, I have to apologize for those of you that didn't know I wasn't going to have a show Friday. I should have announced it on that last Friday Share Beer that we had. I do apologize, but yeah, I had family in town and we had a great visit. It was wonderful. So I do apologize for people that showed up and there wasn't nothing to see, but yeah, it was a great visit, man. It was a good time. Lots of storms here in Phoenix lately. The temperatures aren't really high, but it's like Atlanta over here right now. I'm telling you, it's like so humid.
So what's the high today? Like 90? Were you under 100 for a high today?
No, I think. Let me see. It said the heat index was still 106.
Okay.
I think the high was 102 is what it says here.
Okay. Yeah. I think our heat index was like 95 today. It was like 85 or 88 with some humidity.
Okay. Yeah. It's been very humid here. It's been humid, but and I've actually had some damage here in my yard, actually right outside this window. So I mean, not at my actual house, but just trees and stuff on me and my neighbor's property that have fallen over, and I just found one yesterday that fell over. So we got to get that squared away, but yeah, the monsoon this year has been a little stronger. I think I haven't seen any local news or anything, but in the area. So if you're coming to Phoenix, expect it to be. When my family got here, they were like, "Oh," like it is humid, So
yeah, well, yeah. July and August are pretty humid there. I mean, that's when you get the monsoons.
Yeah, so you get the monsoons, but I do have to admit, it seems like a little more this year on the humidity. But I don't know. We'll see. So what are we drinking here? What do you got, Mark?
Well, it's my warm-up beer. It is. I got a 6-pack of from Terrapin, Maggie's Peach Farmhouse Ale.
Oh.
And it's actually pretty good. I think I got this maybe a couple years ago. Malt beverage with natural flavors. I think it's like 5% or something like that. So it's a real easy drinking. Yeah, 5.3%. So, and I've got a couple big IPAs after this. So this is my eat with dinner beer.
Cool. Yeah, let me see. Let me
but
get
yeah,
that
I mean,
one.
it's the peach flavor is very non-artificial. So it's a realistic peach flavor, and it's not overpowering. It's there, but it's not too much, and it's not sweet. It's just kind of there.
Is there, Mark's in Atlanta for those that don't know, so I'm asking this as like the obvious question. Is there a lot of peach stuff in Atlanta? In Georgia in general?
Oh, well, there's tons of streets named Peachtree and Peachtree everything, but there's not any actual peach trees in Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's
actually South Carolina, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's south and east typically, but I guess it's something Atlanta was, before it got developed, did have a lot of peach orchards, I guess. But for all the peach trees in Atlanta, there's no peach trees in Atlanta. I mean, think of the word peach tree, and in every variation of that you can think of, they've got a street. So.
Right. Yeah, I thought I'd ask because Georgia's just known for peaches.
Actually, I heard peaches are what they're known for, but actually, I think the biggest cash crop now is blueberries or something.
Really?
They're like they're like the largest blueberry producer in the country, which is really bizarre. But I think blueberries passed up peaches or something as far as
I thought I would ask because it's like kind of obvious. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Albuquerque for years and years and years, and we did make a lot of chili in New Mexico. Yeah, there's no doubt that's chili country. You know what I'm saying? So it's all the stereotypes are true. Red or green is the state question. You will get asked that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even in conversation with people.
If you say Christmas, then you get a little bit of both.
Yeah, exactly. You get the red and the green. Yeah, so it is, those things are very true. So I thought I would ask, you know what I'm saying?
No, there's very peach history, but no peaches. There's probably some peach trees in the Atlanta metro area, but not enough to justify all the names of streets and stuff.
As I go to the screen share, we've got Rod and Earth in the chat. How you guys doing, man? So here's from Terrapin right here about the beer. Maggie's peach flavor and refreshing spiciness that will get your juices flowing. Brewed with peaches and a lot of love, this old world style of beer will take you back to a simpler time. Simpler time. No,
it's good. It's got a little bit of that, like that Saison or farmhouse kind of a little bit of spicy funkiness that I think is what they're getting at, and a little bit of peach flavor. It's a good mix. This is a nice sitting on the porch kind of beer. I think I'm gonna get another 6-pack of it. It's pretty reasonable. I was on sale for $7.99 at the beer store, so it's pretty good.
You got 5.5%, 22 IBUs. Yep. Hops are Golding, malts are Munich, wheat. What is that? Acidulated?
I don't know.
And you've got look at that, 40,000, almost 41,000. Might as well say 41,000 total ratings on here. 1,000 in the last month. A 3.43.
Yeah, I gave it. What did I give it? Did I give it a 3.5? I'm gonna check it again. This is my second to last beer. I bought the 6-pack over the weekend, but I gave it a 4 just because it wasn't any fake artificial stuff. It was actually a realistic flavor.
There's Mark's review of it right there. Nice non-artificial peach flavor and aroma with a hint of farmhouse funk. Very drinkable and refreshing.
Yep.
Great.
And that one's gone. So by the time you get through the other two, I'll have my other beer open. I'm ready.
Okay. So, Bum, what are you having, my friend?
I'm finishing up a 6-pack of a style that I can almost guarantee nobody's ever heard of before. This has to be a first, and this is truly, truly one of the more bizarre beers I've ever had. It's from Rusty Rail Brewing in Mifflinburg, PA. It's called Fool's Gold, and it's a imperial peanut butter Hefeweizen. If you can believe that.
Wow. So peanut butter wheat beer. That sounds disturbing, but I wonder how it tastes.
What's really weird is I'm on my 6th and last one, and I still haven't decided whether I like this or not. It's one of the most bizarre flavor combinations I've ever had.
Huh.
And the numbers 4 and 5 didn't taste good to me at all. This is the 6th and final one, and this is tasting pretty damn good. I still cannot decide whether I like it or not. The smell of peanut butter is overpowering with it.
Really? Okay. So it does have you do get that.
And this is the color. It's the color of your typical Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So nothing odd there with the color. The peanut butter is not as prevalent in the flavor. It's the more banana type stuff that you get from Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
But there is a hint of peanut butter there.
How about to the style? Can you speak towards the Hefeweizen part of it? Like, is it true to style? How true to style is it?
As far as like the tastes you get from a Hefeweizen, I would say, yeah, pretty true to style.
The taste, the lightness,
Yeah. Oh, but it is an imperial. It's 8%.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it does not taste like an 8%.
Do you get like the banana esters a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. And I guess that's what they were going for, the like Elvis's favorite sandwich, the peanut butter banana
sandwich. Yeah. I guess from that standpoint, it could make it interesting.
Yeah, it's odd. It's I don't dislike it, but I don't know if I saw it for sale again. I don't know if I'd buy it or not. It's just I can't decide. It's so bizarre. It's
so
too
bizarre. So bizarre.
It's too bizarre to form an opinion on. That's how bizarre it is.
Imperial peanut butter. Well, at least it's 8%. So no matter whether you like it or not, at least it'll get you in the right direction, I guess.
Here's from Rusty Rail's website, and I like how their tap is the front of the old school kind of
locomotive,
yeah. And what's his name? He's Mr. Locomotive, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah.
But 18 IBUs. We already covered the ABV. Hazy gold is the color, unfiltered. It looked very unfiltered from the pictures you showed. So that's the information there. Now on Beer Advocate, on Untapped Beer Advocate, where did that come from? 1,359 total ratings, 293 in the last 30 days. 3.81. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And their description is banana flavors give way to a peanut butter aroma and subtle peanut butter flavor.
See, they listened to me when I described it.
Yep. Nice, brief, short, to the point. Yep. Let's see. Do we have any other friends that have had this? Let's see. Nope.
There you go. Out of Mifflinburg, Pennsylvania. Is that over by Harrisburg?
I had to look at the map to see where it was. It's north of Harrisburg. It is smack in the middle of the state.
Okay, so it's like up there by State College almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Very interesting beer. That's for sure. I like that, man.
Man. Yeah.
Like I say, just kind of really thinking and mixing things up. Yeah, you don't see. Well, we've been talking about it. Seems like the last few weeks. Just different flavors and lighter beers that you're not used to seeing or having. You know, that would typically be a stout or maybe a porter or something dark. You know.
Yeah.
Those sorts of beers. Well, what was that peanut butter donut flavored beer that Rogue had?
The voodoo donut. Yeah, peanut butter.
Donut, peanut butter. Yeah.
Something or other. Horrible.
But now, see, I got people that wrote and told me they loved it. So, you know, it's just one of those deals where, you gotta try it, make sure that you like it or not. Just because I don't like it, or
they're on their fifth or sixth one of those voodoo donut rogues, and I haven't bought one since I think number 3, because they were just so horrible.
Yeah.
If they were cheaper, I would buy them. But
and yet, like, you know, we all think that a beer that's actually, I'm starting to see Oktoberfest beers rolling out. You know, and the beer that's famous for fall right now is that what's our favorite brewery out of New York there?
Southern Tier.
Yeah, Southern Tier.
Have you seen Pumpkin already?
No, I'm not seeing Pumpkin. No, I'm not seeing it. I'm just saying that's another one of those beers that was really good when it first came out, and now I think a lot of us enthusiasts kind of are falling out of in love with it.
Yeah.
But it's seriously popular. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it is the pump. When most people, non-craft beer drinkers, think of pumpkin beer, I think that's probably right up there, maybe with like Sam Adams pumpkin. I mean, those are probably the two that people think of.
Right. Yeah. So, and then as I transition here, we've got Lance, the Lush, and head coach in the chat. How you guys doing, man? Hey, Tom, what do you got for us, man?
I am also drinking estate fruit. I am drinking Jack Abbey's Cranberry Berliner.
Okay, so you know what? Okay, so that's a good question. Is that what Massachusetts is known for? Cranberries, is it?
Yeah, if you drive around Massachusetts, you'll see a bunch of cranberry bogs everywhere. Like if you're driving the back roads.
Oh.
But yeah, I guess what a lot of them do around here is they sell all their cranberries to what the hell's the name of that place that makes that cranberry juice?
Oh, the
Ocean Spray.
Ocean Spray.
Spray.
Uh-huh.
It's right about 20 miles from me. So everybody sells all their cranberries straight to Ocean Spray. Or vice versa, whoever they want to sell to.
Interesting. Okay, can cranberries be grown? Can they grow year round over there? Or?
No, I guess they're starting right now.
Oh, okay.
So they harvest them in the fall, I think.
They just ended, I think. Yeah, they just ended because I believe it's during the summer.
Okay.
During the hottest season.
Okay.
Yeah, they just ended.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. All right. Man, we find out all kinds of stuff on here. What was the name of that one you're having, though?
It's a Cranberry Berliner from Jack Abbey. It's a decent brew. I mean, sour, cranberry, tartness. Kind of tastes like a carbonated, like a cranberry. A little sour.
A little sour? Okay.
So it's got some real cranberry flavor, not artificial tasting then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I would hope so, right? Damn.
Yeah, you would hope.
Yeah.
But I always worry when I see like fruit stuff and things added to beer, you know, because a lot of times they'll use, it may be natural flavors, but they're not well-made natural flavors, and they don't taste right, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good when they get it good.
It seems like, for me, it seems like a lot of fruits are good in sour beers, like a peach sour beer or something like that, or a cranberry sour beer, something along those lines.
Yeah, sours go really good with fruits.
Yeah.
It seems like, yeah. I was in Portland a couple years ago, and I was at Cascade Barrel Works, and they had there's just a tasting room, and they had 30 different sours, but they were all different, like locally grown fruits. So you had raspberry, blackberry, I mean, every kind of fruit you could think of pretty much in a sour, and that was really good stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Are we thinking that's more of like berry type of fruits, or just like fruits in general, peaches, or like a watermelon, or?
Watermelon's a weird one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. They had apple, they had cherry, they had an orange, but they had peach and pear too, which was interesting. They tried to use like local, locally grown fruits and berries.
Now, apples and pears are very interesting, because apples are very, very different, man. You have so many different kinds of apples. I mean, cherry's a popular one as well, and we had that discussion for years already. I mean, cherries. There's so many different cherries as well, and they can be very different. It almost seems like with the discussion we have with coffee as well, like you kind of have to get a little more in detail about what fruit you're actually using. No. Like as we grow with craft beer and as we get more educated in it, it seems like they need to give us more detail now. Now peach ain't good enough, or strawberry ain't good enough, or blueberry ain't good enough. Where did the blueberry come from? Because I always have these questions.
Yeah.
At least I do. Like, okay, if you tell me there's apple in here, where did that apple come from? Because there's so many different kinds of apple. You got,
there's tons of varieties of apples.
Right. And I know what styles of apples that I buy just as a fruit in general. And we all seem to a lot of us reach for different apples depending on our region or the region they're coming from. So it just seems like as we grow with it, it's good to know those things, because it kind of matters, right? If you have an apple of a beer that's flavored with apple, and it's a sweeter apple or one that's more bitter, that kind of matters, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Some of my old bottles from 20 years ago, if it gives a description of the beer, you know, on the neck label or on the back or whatever, it refers to the hops. It'll describe it as a wonderful combination of hops, and that's all it says. And that's all people demanded back then. Could you imagine doing that now?
Yeah.
There being a big outcry.
I think some of them do. I think Budweiser just says hops, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, as far as craft beers, craft beers just used to say hops.
Yeah, yeah, because like you said, that was all that was needed. Yeah, and now we've, you know, as craft beer consumers, we've really grown with hops and the malts. We definitely need to know what style you're using, and there's so many varieties, and they're getting better with other ingredients. They're getting better with letting us know where the barrels actually come from. And with barrel aging beers, aged beers, I definitely need to know more detail. Like, okay, what style of whiskey from that brewery did you use? Because there's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, so the more detail, the better. The coffee they're using in the beers is a big one for me, because every region of the world has just so many different coffees. Africa's a huge coffee place. Just so many different kinds of African coffees, Hawaiian coffees, you name it, you know. A lot of fun, man. I think it's a lot of fun. It keeps this conversation just going. Keeps the craft beer thing fresh. Hey, thanks for that one, Tom. Appreciate it. Hey, Rod, what do you got, my friend?
Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing tonight?
What's up, Rod?
Excellent.
Well, I've got actually I haven't uploaded the review yet, but it's going to probably be a miss. The New Belgium Juicy Watermelon Lime Ale.
Oh, yeah.
I drank it last night.
Yeah, and I picked it up at one of the spots because, you know, I always try to maximize deals when I'm out in the marketplace. And one of my spots had a 12-pack for $6.99.
Oh, wow.
So I went and picked it up. And I figured it'd be a nice summer beer because of the heat and everything we've been going through. It's okay. It's kind of like, though, someone sprays some Mio into like a Coors Light, like that little flavor squirt buttons or squirt bottles. I mean, it's just not much with it. I thought it might be something like the Citradel lime, and it's kind of lacking a little bit. So
I think you got to train the interns a little bit. They got the interns. Okay, you got the watermelon. Hit the button.
Usually New Belgium is solid too.
Yeah.
This one is kind of like it's below par for what their usual standards are. So I'm trying it again. Here's my second one trying it and see if it's any better. But it's there. You know, it's easy to drink. It's like 5% ABV, I think. So it's you get a little bit of watermelon, not as much as the lime. The duration of the taste goes pretty quickly. It's like it's average, like it's almost like an average like lager or something. Like I said, someone just great flavors in there. So it's kind of disappointing in that regard, but I hate to drain pour, so I'll drink them. So.
Right? Yeah. No, it's not a drain pour, but you're not getting what you think you're gonna. I think we've all kind of had that one. I don't know about Tom, but I know we've all had. Me and Mark and Bum have had that, and I was anxious to get it because I think Mark was the first one to have it, or was I?
I think maybe Mark.
I think the watermelon one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago.
The juicy watermelon or the citrus? Just this was the only one, or did you have? Yeah. Are you talking about the other watermelon New Belgium had? Because that one was different.
No, it's this one. It's this one with the lime, right? This is the one with the lime.
They had a heavy melon that was a watermelon too.
Yeah. No, it's this one that
I had this
came
one back
out
in April or May, I think.
Yeah, it's just not quite as. I mean, when they say watermelon, what I think that they got, because it's hard to mix watermelon with that acid lime, like those two. That wasn't a good pairing, I thought. You know, because I think what I kind of tasted in that beer. You tell me what you're getting. I got more of a melon rind type of flavor, and not so much of the actual meat of the watermelon. I got more of that watermelon rind. With the lime was there, you could get hints of the lime.
Yeah, you get some of like that rind type feel. I get some of the water, but it's like it's gone within a second or two after you swallow. It's just like there's no duration or lasting amount from it. It seems. And it doesn't say on here if they use like actual watermelon or not. I don't believe, but
No, it doesn't.
But I think like the watermelon Dorado that I had from Ballast Point, I thought that one was decent enough, but this makes that look stellar. So,
Yeah,
but watermelon is tough anyway because it's so much water that it takes to put into it. Like they said, you had to use like tons of it to try to get the flavor out.
Yeah. What was it? Zach was talking last week. He used 400 pounds of watermelon in his beer, and it has so much water in it that I mean they had to adjust the recipe to allow for all the water that was in the fruit that they were adding.
Yeah, it's a very, very tough, and that's exactly why I asked him, because we had this beer, and it just wasn't, you know, in New Belgium, like you said, is pretty on par with stuff, but this. It's just what the actual that red part that they're showing of that watermelon is tough, and then you put that. If you put lime on your watermelon, it's still going to overpower that, right? Like if
I would think,
if you were to take those limes and squeeze it on your watermelon, it's going to I mean, watermelon's a tough one, man, to mix with lime. The aroma, they say watermelon, both rind and candy-like. Like, this is the first time I think we've been on the website, and that's exactly what I got. And they say
I can say candy, like kind of like Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, so it's to me, I got more of the rind, and it says a cucumber and fresh grass cut. I get that part I get as well. Traces of apricot, lime, and strawberry.
I get the grainy, definitely.
Yeah, the grainy. Yep.
It's got like a funkiness in it when you smell the aroma.
5%, 7 IBUs, ale yeast, nugget hops. Just real calm, pale. I mean, it's like you said, it's a good, lawnmower beer.
It says they used the lime peel. That's they didn't put any juices in. They scraped the peel.
They probably fermented inside the bag and put the fruit in there, I guess, to draw from it.
Yeah, just the zest, maybe.
Yeah.
So I don't. They don't. They're real vague with that, right? So it makes me think that they didn't put too much real stuff in there. If you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to avoid, it's like the guy that's selling a car online and he posts 5 pictures. Like, he doesn't want you to see all the details, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know,
maybe they did give it to an intern.
Yeah, the guy that's trying to sell his car and posts 65 pictures of it, you know, he's not really trying to hide anything from it. You know, so it's kind of like that. Like when a brewery is being that vague about a beer, you're like, all right, you know. You're hiding something, baby.
That's the worst thing I've had, but I think I gave it like a 2.25 on Untapped out of 5. Barely fair.
Yeah, we have a 3.09. That's not a good rating for Untapped. When you get like close to 3.5, now you're starting to get kind of solid. Yeah, especially for that many.
Yeah, 3 is like a basic craft beer on Untapped.
Certainly not a good rating for anything from New Belgium.
Yeah, let's see our friends here. We've got Rod right there. Yeah, there's a. Let's try this again.
Same thing.
It always says good, I guess.
Yeah, we've got.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Huh?
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of those deals. Yeah. That's one of those deals.
I like W. He said, "Fool me once, shame when you fool me. Well, you fool me once, you can't fool me again."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the way that works.
It's not a horrible beer, but for what New Belgium usually is at, it's just a drop off for me, I think, and what I expected. What did you think, Bum? I know you said you just had it last night.
I just had it for the first time last night. I finally found a single bottle. All I can say is I'm glad I did not buy a 6-pack earlier. Yeah. I didn't hate it. Same as you, Rod. Didn't hate it, but certainly would not buy it again.
Yeah. I mean, $12.99 for a 6-pack. I mean, $6.99 for a 12-pack that I got. It's like 60 cents a bottle.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat it.
That's not bad.
Too much. I mean, still better than drinking some of the lagers you'll get in your end of the aisle at the grocery store.
Right. Yeah.
Probably the worst.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Well, for me, if I seen it for that price, right? $7 a six.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd buy it again for myself, but if I was going somewhere, I wouldn't hesitate to maybe take it to someone that I think is not really a big craft beer drinker, because it's pretty mild,
Yeah.
Or if you go with like a picnic or something. Or
Yeah.
Cooler,
Right.
Where you go to your fantasy football draft, the guys you don't like to play with. Hey, there you go, brought you some beer.
I take it to that picnic where they think Corona's craft beer. You know what I'm saying?
Joe's bringing the expensive stuff.
Yeah, when they hold their pinky out for Heineken, I'm like, they're gonna love this.
So here you go. Here's a beer that you don't have to squeeze the lime into. The lime's already there.
No.
That may have to do with, since I got so many of these now, I may have to go pick up some of the other ones and just do like some side by side, like this versus Bud Lime or this versus something else of lime. And
well, no, it's not going to compare to Bud Lime, because Bud does not hesitate to put artificial stuff in there. Like, they do not hesitate. They're like, no.
Lime flavoring created by Bob in a lab coat. That's what they put on there. Yeah.
It's on the label. It's like, no, we've got tons of corn and tons of like lime, whatever in the hell it was we stuck in there. They're not shy about it. Yeah.
I would take a Bud Lime Marita over this right now, probably.
Rita Nation.
Rita Nation, baby. That is true. Yeah, you know what? We haven't had a lime Marita mention on here in a little while.
No, we haven't.
We're kind of slacking. And you know what? They have come out with damn near every flavor we said was coming.
Yeah, see, they've been poaching our show. I want royalties.
I think we deserve it. I think we really have them coming. I might have to give Budweiser.
I'm taking them to court, man. I'm going to win.
That's BS. That's BS, man. I think
stick it to the man.
We've got video proof of this. It's documented.
Right, that was show 338 when we said we wanted this. Yeah.
Boom. And now they've come out with every flavor. What they've got peach now. They've got they had apple. That was
they got a berry one here.
Okay.
Cranberry-ta, strawberry-ta, grape-a-rita.
Have we seen blueberry-ta yet? We haven't seen.
I don't think so. Mango-rita.
Yeah, mango. Yeah, they've got mango now. They're still missing banana.
Banana-rita. Yeah.
Yeah, banana would be one.
I think there's even pineapple in there. Is there a pineapple?
Yeah, there probably is.
So yeah, they need to mix pineapple banana.
Yeah,
that's what they need to do. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I had to work a beer fest. Well, I say I had to work a beer fest, right? I volunteered to work a beer fest.
Yeah, right.
We didn't know where we were going. We got there, and he gave us like the Bud booth. And it was like, really? We got the Bud booth out of all these other beers. We get to, there's Bud Light. And we got, it's like, what else we got? Oh, there's Ritas in here. So we just started drinking all the Ritas. And we started mixing the Ritas. And the people saw us mixing, they started ordering the mixed Ritas. So we didn't know how to ring it up right, because we had two different Ritas. So yeah.
Hey, real quick, we got Marlo in there, and if you want to join, man, just scroll to the top of the chat. There's a link up there you can click, and you can jump in here live if you want. So feel free to, man. Most people's welcome. We haven't had a totally unwanted visitor in quite some time, huh?
No.
Did we have someone trying to show their junk on here not too long ago? Or something?
Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah, that was the weightlifters in Bulgaria or something. Remember that?
Yeah. Do you remember, or was it a Friday show or something? But it was.
It was a Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday, because it was like, what? What the hell?
Man,
we
know where this is going, man.
Close
that one down.
That one. Yeah, that's
something different.
That's a whole different show. Yeah, it's it's that new teabag Hefeweizen right there. That's what that is. Yeah. The berries. We were talking about the sour berry beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want no man-berry beer, man. I'm good. No man-berries in my beer, man. Don't fruit the beer. All right? Yeah. Hey, Bum, you have a malt liquor report for us, man?
Yes, I do.
All right.
This week's Malt Liquor Report is the fourth and final one, sponsored by some of my childhood cans, and I saved the best for last. This is Mustang Malt Liquor.
I remember that.
Wow, I've never seen
You remember it, Mark?
Yeah, I do.
Mustang Malt Liquor. This was made by Pittsburgh Brewing, makers of Iron City beer.
Oh, I know Iron City.
Back in the 70s. That was their malt liquor. Yeah.
Wow,
Nice
I've never heard of
tin
that.
You know what? Like I said over the last couple of weeks, a lot of these cans were in my brain over the decades, you know, and I hadn't looked at them in decades. And this one was one I had totally forgotten about. When I pulled this out of the box, I was like, what's this? And yeah, this was around for a few decades, apparently. Supposedly they made it well into the 80s, which I don't remember it.
No, but, I remember having that can like 78, 79.
Okay. Yeah, this is mid 70s here. So Mustang Malt Liquor. So to the malt liquor news. In honor of OJ being granted parole this week.
Oh, yeah.
Falstaff Brewing has declared it acceptable for last Thursday for anybody who wanted to fruit the malt. It was like a one-day waiver of the blueprint rules. And Jay Vega did drink a Colt 45 Pile Driver with orange juice in it in honor of OJ.
In honor of OJ?
Yeah. Colton orange juice in honor of OJ.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So you were allowed to fruit the malt last Thursday, and apparently you're going to be allowed to fruit the malt again on whatever day he actually is.
Sometime in October, I guess. Huh?
Is sprung, yeah. So you have that. And
was that on ice? Did they do that on ice, or was?
Oh no. Jay Vega came out, said, "I was never here. You never saw this," and he cracked it open and chugged it down. And then in his intro to the video, he said, "I don't know why I did this. I had a ski mask on and it was 105-degree weather. I obviously was delirious when I did this." So major violation of the blueprint there.
Yeah,
but
you're not kidding.
Yeah, apparently it was acceptable because we know you do not fruit the malt.
No.
So also the 40/40s before Brews 40 turns 40 challenge continues from Fear.
Yes.
And it looks like it's so far it's mostly just Fear and Lootbag Larry. Lootbag Larry is up to beer number 4. And Fear just drank beer 40s number 7 and 8 just a couple days ago, and he did it on a live stream, which you're allowed to have a live stream, you just can't have a Google Hangout.
Okay.
And according to Fear, during his live stream, when the live stream started, he had 4 million viewers, and by the time it was over, 40 minutes later, he claimed he was up to 26 million viewers.
26 million?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
So that was at the end of, he drank 2 40s in a live stream?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no wonder. It was probably 26 viewers. He just forgot to add, he just added 1 million.
Yeah.
We'd see an extra zeros.
Yeah. Fear's very good at this kind of stuff. I think it was in that video, he's wearing a baseball cap and it's got a patch on the front with a fish. And he said, "See this? This is, I'm a member," I forget exactly what he said, but something like, I'm an official shark hunter. I'm a member of the National Shark Hunters Association. I got this special badge for being a member of that. So, and if you take a close look, it's a dogfish head logo.
Oh
patch.
my God. Oh, that's got to be a major violation too.
Oh yeah, he was promoting craft beer there.
But probably most of those guys don't know it.
Don't even know. Yeah. He should be relegated to like a dwarf status at that point.
Yeah, but like I've said before, Fear seems to be the one guy that does what he wants.
Yeah, he kind of flaunts the
drinks.
rules.
Yeah, he drinks craft beer on camera. He there he is. Yeah, he masks and unmasks. Yeah, there's his on. Yeah, the most. There you can see the patch on his cap there. That is. Yeah. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So and we've got like 51 weeks until Bruce 40 turns 40. So I mean, so these guys are going to be done with their 40 beers by Christmas.
And Fear claims Fear claims that he already has in his possession or almost in his possession about 20 different 40s. Okay. Counting the ones he's had already. So he's halfway there as far as acquiring 40 different.
Now, some of his streams are a little shy of 29 million.
Yeah, just a few.
I mean, just a little shy.
What's a few zeros among friends? Come on.
I wonder if that tally was taken after
the fact. Yeah,
after the 40.
That's after the fact. I'm one of those 168 because I didn't watch it live. So yeah, and there's Loot Bag Larry.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can't go by the fake news.
Yeah, fake news. Fake news.
So, and the one final bit of news that I wanted to mention related to these guys, I've noticed recently that there is a new YouTuber posting some very, very clever comments on a lot of these guys' videos, and the YouTuber's name is Malt Mustang, and their little avatar photo, if I did not know better, I would swear it was this exact can.
So are you going incognito, Bum? Is that what I'm hearing?
I didn't say that. I said that they just have an avatar photo. and they're posting some very, very clever comments. Actually, Rod, Malt Mustang jumped in. I noticed Malt Mustang jumped in on your show last week with a comment about women drivers.
Oh, yeah. I guess that was him. I saw the women.
That was the Malt Mustang, yeah. And I will repeat, the can in his little avatar photo is so identical to this one. If I didn't know better, I would swear it was this exact.
So maybe we can geolocate him to the Western Pennsylvania area, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that, can you?
Oh, I don't know. Google knows everything.
I know a couple Russians.
Yeah,
I know this Russian attorney. She can make it happen.
That is good stuff, man. I like that.
That is good. That's a good update.
So that's your Malt Liquor report for July 25th.
All right.
And here's a little farther, a little more on the on that Mustang can. Going for $6.80. Got some old Slits cans on here on eBay.
$4.85, $6.
Yeah, there's
I wonder what the ABV was of that. 6 or 8% maybe. I don't know. They didn't list the ABV in those times, but
then back then you're lucky if they listed where it was made at.
Yeah,
$50 for this one. I don't know what this, but this is
that's a special. Yeah,
Brew Arena website availability is sold out.
That's is that the set from Pittsburgh Brewing? It's the same Malt Liquor. Wow.
And so this one has the
Oh, that looks ancient.
Yeah, that's an old one. Yeah. It's got the and they kept the cap. Oh yeah, that's old. Yeah.
That's an old, I mean, that's not the pull tab that I knew as a kid.
I saw Continental pull tab. So remember Continental Can up there, Bum? They were up on in West Mifflin. Continental Can.
I don't remember them.
And then you have this one on vintagecans.com.
Yeah, that's what I have.
For $8.
Yeah.
Cool. So there you go, man. That's all the can enthusiasts out there. There's your. I had never heard of it, so I felt like it'd be worth it.
That was at that point. Pittsburgh Brewing was pretty much just within about a 50-mile radius of Pittsburgh is where that stuff was distributed.
So what's your
Pardon, Rod? What's that?
They were like, "Show us your cans."
Mhm.
Awesome. Mark, what beer did you have? Your other
I'm
one
finishing up a Stone Ripper.
Oh, how is that?
It's pretty good. They say a ripping swell of juicy hops. And when I see that, I'm thinking like fruit, like citrus, that type of thing.
Yeah,
I get a lot of pine on this. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's kind of like fresh pine, maybe juicy pine, but I get more pine at the beginning, and then I get some of the like orange and grapefruit, but
yeah. I thought it was funny when I had it because it says San Diego Pale Ale on it. I'm like, oh, San Diego wants their own pale ale now.
Yeah, it's tasty.
Yeah,
I gave it 3.5. I mean, it's what is it, 5.7%, something like that. So
yeah, that's. Let me look that one up. So that
I hadn't seen that one before, and they do have the date. This was canned on 4/8, so it's 3 months old, and it says enjoy by 8/11. So
you're right there, though. I mean,
they give you like a 4-month window, which I think is pretty reasonable for an IPA.
For an IPA, right? Well, they're calling it a pale ale on
American Pale Ale
on Beer Advocate. So let's see here. Let's see what we got.
I did get a middle of the road badge, and
it's got
pale as the moon, level 11. So yeah.
Look at this, 92,000, almost 93,000 ratings on here. 7,500 in the last 30 days. Wow, is that popular enough for you? Can I interest you on having 92,000 people at least and try your beer? That's crazy. 3.73 bottle caps on here. 5.7%. That's pretty good, actually. That's
40 IBUs. Yeah,
40 IBUs. I'm not going to go into that description. That's crazy. You see Stone with their stupid walls here. What the hell, man?
Well, at least they can remember you there, so they'll save it. I think I do it the one time with the box check.
Yeah, I see. I already had it clicked. They don't remember nothing.
Let's click your cookies, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I ain't gonna read all this. It's just too much. But
yeah, but I got a single can of this at Total Wine. It was $1.99 for the can. So
they do totally call that a San Diego Pale Ale, huh?
Yeah. Like they're trying to push a new style out
create
there.
a new category.
Refreshing. I think I give it a 4 out of 5 on Untappd.
Mm-hmm.
A San Diego Pale. Was that pretty filtered, Mark? I don't remember.
It's a little. I mean, it wasn't. To me, it doesn't look unfiltered. I mean, there's not a lot of stuff floating around in it.
Look kind of mildly filtered then. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, my friend? Where are you coming from?
Arizona, actually.
Oh, you are? You're right here. Okay. It's pretty damn humid, isn't it?
Oh, it's monsoon season, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty darn humid right now, man. It's are you in the Phoenix area or
yeah, I'm about 20, 30 minutes away.
Okay, right on. The west side, the East Valley, West Valley?
Southeast.
Southeast? Okay. Right on, man. What are you having tonight?
Christmas in July, so I thought I'd bust out this.
There we go. Yeah.
Cool. What do you think?
Well, I'm barely gonna pour it into this.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Allagash,
there you go.
Tulip.
So you've had that before or no?
I just 6 months out, more or less. So see how it holds up. I just had a few stashed in the fridge, so.
We just started launching our Christmas beers here for this year.
Really?
Thirsty Dog already brought theirs out for 12 days of Christmas.
Oh my
How's that for jumping ahead of the pack?
Christmas in July, I guess. Yeah.
In July, yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So what do you think, Aaron? What are you getting from that one?
Head's a little higher than expected. It still has that hoppy, that grapefruitness I usually get from the celebration, just a little mellowed out. A little sweeter, but I mean you wouldn't be able to tell the difference unless you had them side by side, I think. Wow, that's pretty hoppy still. I mean,
Wow.
This was bottled package 11/21/16, so about 7 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's held up pretty good.
What's the ABV on Celebration? What is that, a 7?
I
think it's pretty light.
I'm gonna guess like 60, high 60s maybe. It doesn't actually say on the bottle. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Sierra Nevada.
No, that's usually a really good beer. I pick up a 6 or 12 pack of that pretty much every year.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's held up surprisingly well. I mean, it's actually a little bit more boozier too.
It should be a little more maltier out now.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. A little more.
5 IBU, 6.8 ABV.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, I was expecting a malt bomb out of this, something like, way more maltier, but it actually has a pretty good hop kick to it. So.
Well, I think if you kept it in the fridge the whole time, that probably helped a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's been refrigerated.
If you stored it like Joe does in his temperature-controlled storage unit, you might
exactly. Yeah, then it could change. You have to be careful. No, but it is just like Rod said, 6.8. I knew it was around 7. I knew that number had 65 IBUs. It would hold up pretty good if you're storing it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada is that hop brewery, so I mean they've got those hops down. So
get the hop cone machine or whatever.
Yeah.
Hop cone machine. What's it called?
Is the hop machine? Is that only for torpedo?
They do it for torpedo and a couple other ones. I think they do it for too, but they have the extra torpedo as well.
Yeah.
And then some of the other ones they do the whole hop from. But they just brought out their Oktoberfest this week as well.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Oh my God.
Yeah, no, locally you've got we've got our local brewery here, Four Peaks, right?
Well, they actually are Anheuser-Busch now.
Right, they're still Four Peaks.
Yeah.
Come on. They're still Four Peaks, and they released their Oktoberfest too. They released
crazy.
There's in Daddy's pocket, that's all.
Yeah.
I am my own man.
They've got better.
That's crazy. A few years ago, it used to be Oktoberfest would get released around Labor Day. So like end of August. They just keep moving farther and farther back.
Everybody else out there. I mean, Pumpkin will be here probably in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, in mid-August you're going to see Pumpkin out.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't doubt. Yeah, next month, I wouldn't doubt you start seeing Pumpkin. I mean, especially when you think about it, Southern Tier, that's their huge beer. I mean, I wonder how much of their profits is made from that beer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, so
once I've had Warlock, I can't go back to Pumpkin now.
If they put out Pumpkin before pumpkin season ends, doesn't that mean they're using canned pumpkin?
Yeah, they're probably using canned pumpkin from last year.
Yeah.
Aged pumpkin.
Aged pumpkin.
Barrel aged pumpkin.
Tin can aged pumpkin.
Yeah, there's. I mean, well, it's like Andrew said. When that sale came out about Four Peaks, I had no idea that their Scotch ale was 60% of their sales, like 60 or 65% of their sales. It's crazy.
Is that the kilt lifter?
Yeah, the kilt lifter. That one beer is 65% of their sales.
You don't see that.
Nuts. That's crazy.
Scottish ale.
Yeah. For you know what? I'm surprised at how many breweries their flagship beer is a Scotch ale.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trip. When you start paying attention, like there's some that IPA is their, that's their main beer, their staple beer, and there's quite a few that like Four Peaks here in Arizona area, the Scotch ale is their flagship. That's the flagship. That's their main beer.
It might have been one of their first beers they released, and then it just got popular, and they just kind of stuck around.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's not the greatest thing you've ever had, but it's not bad. You can go to pretty much any bar or Applebee's or anywhere here and get it. That's for sure. You can go anywhere that has a tap If they've got 4 taps, one of them's gonna be that beer. I promise you. Like it's that they'll have Budweiser. Well, of course they're gonna have Budweiser, and they're gonna be one of the 4 taps. You know, that's what having Daddy's Pockets does for you. You get to be one of the 4 taps now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're gonna have Budweiser. Well, maybe not even Budweiser. You know, nowadays it seems to be Bud Light. You're gonna have Bud Light, a Coors Light, and Kilt Lifter. I promise you, right, Aaron? That's the way it is here. You're gonna have, you know what? And people that have lived here and then move and come back always have a Kilt Lifter when they get here. It's that kind of beer, like, you know what I'm saying?
It's the local beer.
It's
beer. Yeah.
I prefer. I'm ashamed to say this, but I prefer the peach ale. I think it's a good summer spring beer.
Yeah, and I'll have to revisit that one. I haven't had.
You think you're going to get this artificial peachy kind of type flavor, but it works for some reason. I don't know. That beer just works for me. It's a good lawnmower beer.
Yeah, we have someone else from Arizona in the chat too. What is that? Rocco or something?
Rocco, yeah.
Yeah, Rocco. I'll call him Rocco. I can't. That name's too complicated.
Mr. Roboto, what?
But yeah, he says he's more of a fan of Santan, and Santan it does make some good beers. Yeah, I would have to agree. Yeah, because I like Santan.
Their IPA is solid.
Yeah, Santan is a good brewery. You know what? It might have. Somebody released. It might have been Santan. Somebody released their Oktoberfest. It might have been Santan. Maybe it was. I've seen it on Flickr. I haven't seen it in the stores, but I've seen them on Flickr announce it on Flickr that it was released. So that's why.
They volunteered. They would volunteer as a taste tester. That's automatically included, son.
Yeah.
It's all inclusive with the package.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, he says he's in his early 20s and Kilt Lifter was the go-to. He says for him. So in my early 20s, Kilt Lifter was the go-to. Yeah, I noticed that the people that I've run into here, and I haven't been here that long, just a couple years, but the people that I've run into that have come back always seem to have like, they're going to go to In-N-Out if they're not in the In-N-Out area. They're going to go get In-N-Out, and they're going to have a Kilt Lifter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, they serve beer In-N-Out?
No, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, let's be clear.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome, right? No, but they don't, right? Now who has? Now that raises another question. Now it's been a while since we've talked about it. Probably a couple of years since we've talked about it. But who lives in an area where they have a Taco Bell cantina? That's the fast food that serves. That they're the ones that serve beer. The cantinas. When you see a Taco Bell cantina. Now I know they're in California, but
the place I've ever heard was like Chicago.
Okay.
Chicago now.
Okay. Yeah. If you see a Taco Bell cantina going up in your area, they're the ones that have beer. Yeah.
But our Chipotle serves margarita and beer.
Yeah, Chipotle, you can get a real good beer. Chipotle. Yeah, they have Coronas.
Ours are a little more fancy. They have Negra Modelo's at ours.
Yeah, they have Modelo's. But yeah, you can't. You know what? Because you know what sucks about coming back to America when you've been overseas for an amount of time is you can go to McDonald's, you can go to Burger King. Well, at least in Germany you could. I mean, McDonald's, Burger King, you name them, they all sell beer. I mean, you can get a halfway decent beer at while you're having your Big Mac or your Big Chicken. I keep hearing about these big chickens, big chickens, man. Have you been hearing about them?
No.
No, it's the Big Mac, but you take chicken, the chicken patties, and put them in there. And dude, everybody. Now, one of my really good friends of my reviews that's watched me forever. The guy's like on a world tour. I don't know what's up with him right now, but he's on a world tour, and he's finally had a McChicken, and he said the same thing. I've been watching the reviews online. I'm kind of considering doing fast food reviews, but And so I watch a lot of fast food reviewers right now, and the ones that have had it say, I have not heard a bad thing about this McChicken. Huh. Apparently, you can go to your local McDonald's and ask for chicken instead of, you have to ask for it. And I think you can ask for the chicken patties instead of beef patties, and everybody says it's bomb. It's the best Big Mac ever.
And that's you can do that here.
I believe you can do that. I believe you can go to your McDonald's and you have to ask for it. And I think
so. You say a Big Mac with chicken, basically.
I think it's called the McChicken, the Big Chicken or something like that. Okay. Big McChicken or something. I don't know. But you just have to ask for the chicken patties instead of the beef patties. It's what I hear. That's what I have not done it. I'm kind of tempted to because I'm starving.
You have to use the right code words when ordering.
Yeah. And then wink, and do the whole thing. Yeah. We have Rocco in there. What is he saying? Yep. In Spain, Burger King, McDonald's serve what is that? Maho? Yeah, Mahu. Yeah, in Australia, there you go. Yeah, the chicken Big Mac is apparently a regular menu item. Yep.
We ask Zach when he pops in on a Friday. See if he's
had one. You know who else we could ask? Mark is our friend from Portugal. There, he might have had one.
Oh, really? Well. Yeah.
Yeah, Ruri. It's basically Spain's Budweiser. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, you're gonna end up with big beers there, but in any case, if you happen to see a Taco Bell Cantina, I think that's the one of the major fast food chains that serves beer. I don't think any wine just yet. Does anybody? And then is some Starbucks still serving alcohol? I'm not a Starbucks guy, so I don't know.
I didn't know they did that.
No clue.
I don't know.
I know there was some Starbucks trying to serve alcohol.
They're serving alcohol and caffeine. That's a good.
That's right. Yeah. Well, you had those what Budweiser energy drinks not too long ago.
Yeah.
Do they still serve those?
And you had those Four Locos that went crazy.
Oh,
yeah. So that's. That's been a thing, right? Like
malt liquor with caffeine in it.
Yeah. How about that? Now, is that allowed, Bum? How is that?
I have to ask Billy D since he forgot to make an appearance earlier.
Yeah, what's up?
He says no, it's not allowed.
Now Clutch says Starbucks says they're quitting that campaign. I hope they don't quit selling that liqueur though. That Starbucks liqueur is really good. I do buy that at my liquor store every once in a while. If you like coffee liqueurs,
they do a good one.
That Starbucks liqueur is really good. So hopefully they don't stop selling that one because it's good. This is $20 a fifth, something like that. Pretty good liqueur though. If you like coffee liqueurs. All right, guys, we're out of here, man. We're done. Thanks, Aaron, for showing up, man. Appreciate it. Yep. Rod again, man. Tom, Mark squared, and we got 2 Marks actually in the show every week, but no one knows it. But Bum and Mark and Billy D, our man. What's up?
Yeah, so does Billy D like Dukes?
Well, you saw from the Untapped check-in, yeah. Billy D has gotten over his agoraphobia, and he said he wants to start hitting some brew pubs. So
all right,
look for him in future Untapped check-ins.
Right. Billy D hits the road.
Yeah.
All right, Billy D. Yeah, traveling with Billy D, man. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah, that would be funny, huh? Just take Billy D and put him on like the bar of everything and take a picture. That'd be pretty cool, huh?
Traveling with Billy D.
Yeah, traveling.
Bar hopping with Billy D.
Yeah. have him make little noises and everything. Yeah. Did Billy D ever have like a go-to phrase or something that he said? I don't remember.
Works every time.
Works every time. Yeah.
Works every time.
Yeah, works every time. Yep.
Wow, think about that. Works every time. That's like a Schaefer. What was that? The one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Works every time is like if you just want to get totally knockered. Just have some Colt 45. Works every
Real
time.
quick, as we're going out here, real quick, what do you think about the new greatest man in the world, or what do you think about this guy? I've just now starting to see some of his commercials, and I'm like, you know what, this guy sucks.
I haven't seen him.
The new commercial with the new guy.
Yeah, with the new guy.
It's kind of like different. It's like a reboot. Kind of everything's rebooted nowadays.
Yeah, dude, I like the old guy. I like the other guy.
So is he like a younger version of like what the guy would have been like 25 years ago or
Just
something?
barely.
Barely, yeah.
Just barely. You know, they
Okay.
got rid of the other guy because they said he was starting to look too old, and this new guy's not much younger. You know,
So that means he's got like a 5 or 6 year run, and then they're going to reboot him. They're going to shoot him off the Uranus or something. Didn't the original guy go to Mars?
To me, it's like it's the craft beer version. Well, I don't know how craft beer it is, but it's our version of James Bond, right? Like, you know, he's the most interesting man in the world. You know, he's the beer guy. He's the most interesting man in the world. You know, and then you changed our Bond, bro. What's up?
This guy.
To me, him being older made him cooler. I think the older he looks,
more sophisticated.
He's still a good looking man, you know.
Right. He's that much. You know, he's the Hefner, dude. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
He's the half a beer. Yeah.
He's got it so good. That's why even the young chicks are hanging on him, man. He's the most interesting guy in the world. Oh. That's my rant. That was my rant.
I was wondering about Rant and Raven. Oh, there's Joe's rant.
Yeah, that was my rant right there. I had to rant on that. Yeah, you got rid of my my Bond, man, my most interesting guy. Yeah, yeah. See, he's more famous than the beer. That's what Cliff says.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're out of here, man. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks, man. We'll see you.
All right.
See you guys later.
Bye.
How's it going?
Good week.